Today, guys, I decided to play a deck where Rocket is the main win condition, and this deck, last season, there were 5 people that finished in the top 10 with it in the world. So half of the top 10 was using this deck, which really goes to show how broken it is. Now, I've done some videos where I was running Logbait Rocket, Expo Rocket recently, but I haven't done one yet where literally you don't have an Expo, you don't have a Goblin Barrel, you got Rocket as pretty much your only win condition, and then the Princess too, if you consider that a win condition, but honestly, I would consider her more of a support card. This guy's gonna go Balloon at the bridge. I think the reason he did that is because I went for my Tesla already, and he actually is going to get a Fireball Zap, which takes care of the Little Prince, so we are going to have to give up a Balloon connection, so not a optimal start, but I think we can definitely make a comeback. It's not really that much damage we took, to be fair. He's going to go in for a Tombstone. I'm going to actually log here. That's going to keep the Princess alive and allow her to get an additional shot. So I definitely think that's worth it because you want to get all the chip damage you can with the Princesses, and then in Triple Elixir, that's when you really hit them hard with the Rocket cycle, and it is really challenging for them to deal with that. And if they give you any rocket value like this right here, you can take it. Just simply click their tower and you get a ton of damage for free. Pretty great concept. This guy's even saying, wow, not happy with that. We go for the ability here because it's going to force him to go in for the Barbarians. We're going to go Princess here, and if he decides to go for a Balloon, we're going to have our Tesla readily available this time around. We're going to log here, and that should clean up really nicely on top of the Evo Barbs. I don't think I'm going to have to do anything else. Duchess, even though she's pretty much out of ammo, is able to clean up really nicely. So good stuff over there. And just like that, this game is almost tied up. We're only down by a few hundred at this point, but that's pretty much just one rocket away. We can actually go Knight Evo Skellies here. Might force him to defend. Maybe it's a little annoying for him. We'll see what he does. He's going to have to, yeah, he goes in for a Zap. That's going to allow the Knight Doe to still get some shots on the tower. That honestly was a lot of chip damage we got there. Let's go for a Tesla here. See what he wants to do. Go Little Prince. Make sure we space out the Little Prince from the Tesla. So, of course, he's unable to go in for a Fireball on both. We just reset with an E-Spirit there and go in for Skellies. And now all we got to do is just go Evo Tesla. And it's just going to annihilate everything. Look at that. Really clean defense over there. And then we can just go in for Knight in front of the Princess to protect here. Princess protection program going on here. Log on top of the Tombstone, and then we'll cycle another Princess, just try to keep them piling up if we can. I don't think we're going to be able to protect the Princess in the front. I don't even think it would be worth it anyway. Let's get a Little Prince in the left lane going here. We get that 3-card cycle. I might have been able to go for a Rocket on the Inferno Drag, actually. I don't know for sure, but maybe I could have. We're going to get a Tesla set up here. He's not even going to be able to fireball the Tesla and the Little Prince because the Tesla's going to go invisible, so that's really convenient for us, of course. Let's just get an E-Spirit going. I was trying to protect the Princess. I kind of messed that up, but that's okay. I think, look at that, the Little Prince firing away at that Lava Hound. That is actually very, very good. Look at that. The Lava Hound is going to lose so much of its health, and we can actually go in for a Rocket here on top of the Evo Barbs as well as the Lava Pups. That's going to be really clean defense over there, and now he's got nothing in front of the Bloom. We can just go Tesla here, and we are chilling. Look at that Evo Skelly. Wait. Can it make it to the Tombstone? Nah, it died. That sucks. I was really hoping we were going to be able to make that happen. He's going to go Lava at the bridge. That is very aggressive. I don't know how I feel about that play. We just go Skellies to protect here. Going for a Knight, and then we have our Evolved Tesla yet again, which is going to clean everything up so easily. And even though at the moment we're losing slightly, we literally just need one Rocket to retake the lead, which we are going to go for now because we have an Evolved Tesla down. I feel very safe doing that, to be honest. As you guys are going to see, the Evolved Tesla is just going to pretty much clean everything up. He just went for the Barbs and the Balloon, and it did nothing. See, this is what happens. People get so desperate for damage when you go in for a Rocket, and they're literally not able to do anything. It kind of makes me feel bad for them. We can literally Rocket again, and there's nothing he's able to do about it. He's going to go Lava at the bridge. We can just go in for a Tesla here, and then we just go in for another Princess like this. And if that Little Prince gets a shot, which it does, Rocket is going to come in, and with the log, it's definitely going to be enough damage, and that is going to be a nice and easy game 1 against Lava Loon. He was just simply not able to break through, and he cannot even believe it. But yeah, honestly, guys, that is disgusting. You should not be able to Rocket cycle like that against a Lava Loon deck. Like, that should actually be illegal. I mean, that is wild. I mean, this deck is fun to play, but when you play against it, it is so frustrating. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So we can go Princess at the bridge here. Honestly, Princess at the bridge is probably the most obnoxious play in the whole game right now, in single elixir especially. Like, when there's not much going on, you can almost always just get away with playing her at the bridge every single time. I mean, Phoenix coming in here, it's just going to get killed, and then he's got a Wizard. Okay, well, I guess I'll go Little Prince. In this lane, Tesla, Duchess are going to take out that Wizard super easily. He played it high up, probably because he knew I had a Rocket, so that was actually a good call on his end. Otherwise, we would have gotten free damage. You know what I'm going to do? Wait, no, we're not going to Rocket that. I changed my mind. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, especially in single elixir. If it was double, I 100% would have, but we don't need to be going for a Rocket on that, especially in single. I think that it would be a tad bit risky, especially because it doesn't even kill the knight. I mean, it would be a bit of an overcommit. I feel like it would be a bit too much early on anyway. Before we know for sure everything he's got. We know he's got Void now. We know he has arrows, so those are going to be his spells. I believe he doesn't have another spell. I want to say he's probably using Balloon, if I had to guess. Otherwise, I don't know. He's only then relying on the Giant to break through, if that's the case, if he doesn't have a Balloon, which is why I'm thinking he does. So we will see. So Tesla here going to clean up that Giant really, really easily. And then we're going to go in for a Log here. We end up getting more value because he decided to play a Knight. So Log hitting both. Can't really complain with that. And let's see here. Maybe we go in for a... that's just going to die. We could actually go Princess at the bridge. I think that that's decent. And perfect timing because he just went Phoenix. So he's going to go in for a Fisherman. What we can actually do is, because he doesn't have a cheap spell, we can go Knight Evo Skellies here. And it's just going to make things really obnoxious because he's going to have to arrow that. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. So we're just going to go for an E-Spirit like this. The Knight is going to get a shot on the tower. And then we go for a Princess like this because he doesn't have his arrows. So it's going to end up getting some good value, I think. Going for a Log, and then we'll go in for a Knight. We can maybe protect the Princess. Go for Skellies like this. And then I think we're going to go in for the Guardian with our Little Prince just to make things a bit annoying for him in the other lane. So he has to respond. And then let's go Princess at the bridge here. He has to address it. And just because he just played a Evo Knight, I had a feeling he wasn't going to predict the Princess. So Princess ended up getting a couple shots on the tower. Was so close to getting another, but unfortunately it did end up going down to that Fisherman there. But honestly, we're in a really, really solid spot. Cannot complain. He hasn't gone in for his Balloon yet. Maybe he doesn't even have one, but I'm pretty positive he does. I'd be a bit surprised if he didn't. I was thinking about going for a Rocket on top of that Phoenix, but I decided not to. Let's just log this here. He's going to maybe try to get some opposite lane pressure going. Maybe this is where he tries to go in for the Balloon and get some pressure. Otherwise, I don't know what his game plan is because he is kind of struggling at the moment. To be fair, though, maybe there's not a whole lot he can do in terms of breaking through my defense, especially because he knows I have a Rocket readily available on top of the Loon as well, which I feel like makes matters worse for him. What we can actually do is once you get in triple elixir, you can literally go for Rockets on top of the Giant. Even though it doesn't deal much damage to it, it's still enough value. And he is going to go in for a Giant as well as a Balloon. We're going to go Little Prince here. We get both of the Teslas set up, and the Little Prince is going to help out. We are going to have to go for a Rocket, though, on top of that. That is going to ensure we take no damage. I don't even think we're going to take death damage. That is pretty insane. And I was going to go Princess at the bridge, but look at that. We kind of predicted his prediction. I knew he really wanted to go for that Fisherman or something to block the Princess because I've been doing it throughout the match. And that's what you often do. You get the mind games going your way as well when you play the Princesses early on because they just simply do not know when you're going to play her, and they end up just wasting elixir trying to predict her when you're not even going to play her in the first place. So that's pretty good as well. I'm going to go in for a Log here, and he's going to Void, but we have another Tesla available. Courtesy of it being triple elixir, you can just play stuff constantly. And this time around, I definitely do not think I need a Rocket the Balloon because we have the other Duchess coming in handy, which means we can actually send a Rocket on top of his tower, especially because we're in triple now. Definitely can do that without that being very risky. And actually what we can do is that Fisherman might actually pull the Little Prince. So I was trying to get the Guardian on top of the tower, which we kind of do. We go for a Rocket here on top of that. Guardian is on top of the tower. Let's go. And that is pretty much, I think, going to be GG. I think actually Log Rocket does it. I could be wrong. Even if it doesn't, yep, that is 100% game. And with that, that'll be it for the video, too. I'm actually shocked this guy said good game. Personally, if I was playing against this deck, I wouldn't say it. But yeah, I'm glad this deck, honestly, is going to be worse. So play this and have fun with it while you can, because if the Duchess ends up getting a pretty big nerf, which it looks like, then this deck is definitely going to be a lot worse. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe, and make sure to use Credit Code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game. Thanks again. Until next time, guys.